Aloha, I'm Dr. Nat, and this is going to be the first of a few instructional beginner level salsa dance videos that I'm going to share in hopes of being able to impart some basics in the fun music of salsa. I'm often, as a musician, able to see from the stage this interesting phenomena of lots of women very much eager to salsa dance and comparatively very few numbers of guys that are actually taking them out on the floor, at least here on Maui. Other places it might be, who knows, even the opposite, but here on Maui it tends to be less leads, and leads don't have to be men. Women are entirely welcome to start to learn to become leads, and some women are exquisite leads, and some men can be very great follows. As I'm trying to learn to be a better follow, I think it makes your dancing all the better. Men or leads tend to feel intimidated. Maybe there's a few guys on the dance floor that are really great. They're slick, they're smooth. And then there's this notion that somehow you're going to be compared to them. And really, I think it's kind of like surfing. You know, you go out and you enjoy your surfing at whatever level you are. You immerse yourself in the experience of the moment, finding a wave, catching a wave, riding the wave. And it's kind of like that with music. You're kind of finding a wave, you're finding a groove. And what a great way to be able to, you know, have a partner that's following you, and you're a lead, and you get to take that the follow through this wonderful kind of almost like a wave. You're in the groove, and they get to have this ride with you. It is really fun once you let go of a lot of these preconceived notions. So that's one of the things I'm going to help do, is getting the cadence of the timing of the footwork so that it becomes kind of ingrained in your body. I think everybody can find the beat no matter what. In salsa music, there's definitely a component of the rhythm that's polyrhythmic and more syncopated than a lot of styles of music. So sometimes it's hard to find the beat. But in this particular kind of music, like with many kinds of music, if you listen for the higher frequency percussion parts, they'll give you the timing or the meter. Like when I say high end, I mean the higher frequency band. Say this is the güiro, it's up here. That one, you've got sometimes a hi-hat in the music. Sometimes you've got maracas. And you know, the different bell patterns, they're all occupying the high frequency bandwidth, and they're usually keeping pretty marked normal time. The bells vary a lot, so if you try to follow the bells, sometimes the bell kind of goes off a little bit, but the one instrument that you can always kind of rely on at keeping and marking your tempo is the güiro. These bands in Cuba, they have 15 guys, and there's often one guy that's all they do. So the güiro is marking 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, which is kind of what a lot of the percussion instruments are doing. Gong, king, king, gong, king, king, gong, king, king, gong. That's the cowbell, or the maracas. You know, that's a N1 and a 2 and a 3. A lot of these instruments, the cascara pattern on timbales, the mambo bell ride, a lot of these percussion parts are going ding, 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 1 and a 2 and a 3. So if you listen to that cadence, you can follow along with your footwork, and ultimately with a güiro or like a high-end frequency percussion instrument, just follow that part. And the timing is pretty simple. It's going to alternate from the left to the right, and it's going to be one step forward or back, what breaking we say, with the left leg first. So 1, 2, 3. We'll just do it again. Left, right, left, and right, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. As I'm coming up, 2, 3, and tempo 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now you notice it's kind of a bit of a rock step. So you're transferring weight to the left. It happens with just moving your spine's weight to carry onto your left hip, and you rock back. 2, 3. Transfer weight 1, and transfer weight back 2, 3. Long, quick, quick. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Same thing going backwards. 5, 6, 7. That transfer of weight is what gives the kind of a little bit of an illusion that your hips are moving. There's a little bit of hip movement, but I notice a lot of times people are exaggerating the hip movement, and for fast tempo salsa music, sometimes it's more important to keep your footwork nice and small, your footprint nice and small in here, almost in place sometimes, rather than trying to find these big steps. And when the rhythm's going fast, it's going to be hard to keep up with that tempo. So we work more with just a very subtle changing of weight. 1, 2, 3. In place is fine. You can just be in place. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. From oblique. 5, 6, 7. From the side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's try that with a guido. Here we go. 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. From the side. And 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3. 5 and 4. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 5. We're going to go back race. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Watch this one. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5. See how small footprints really help. 5, 6, 7. Just a little spin on the balls of your feet. And forward. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to go side break. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2 to the side. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 1 and 5, and 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Woo! How's that feeling? Is that feeling pretty good? Once you internalize that metronome in your footwork, whether you're a lead or whether you're a follow, you're going to always be in the groove. So that's the most important part. Maybe a turn doesn't happen the way you thought it was going to happen, but if you keep your cadence happening with your footwork, it's not really going to matter. Now what we're going to try to add the sound of the clave. The clave is kind of the building block of the rhythm structure of Afro-Latin music. It's basically the wood block that sounds like this. Kind of sets up the entire groove. It orients like how the instruments set up their phrasing. And you can often hear it being played by the timbale, sometimes a standalone person hitting the blocks, but the pattern is inherent in the music. If the horn patterns are going, you'll hear that part. It's in there. And that's also going to be in the cowbell part, and it's going to be in the way the cascara pattern's happening. You can always hear that. And if you learn to hear that, you can often catch where you are in terms of the placement of where that one is. And so you don't get lost, because ultimately it's kind of about periodicity. Periodicity is this concept that things just revolve back around, like once a year, we're revolving around the sun, or, we have many cycles. Well, in music, there's a lot of cycles, and these cycles are in 4 or in 8. And on a certain level, it doesn't matter if you start on the 1, 2, 3, 5. Maybe you go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. But as long as you keep spinning back around and revolving back to your original starting beat, then your partner won't be lost because the follow is just going to follow whatever you're doing. So the clave helps you orient sometimes where you're at in terms of the rhythmic cycle. They're basically like little rhythmic locks. 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Good job. How's it going out there? So I'm going to just break down a couple little touch up on our movement. One of the stylistic moves that happens with the body in salsa music, and it happens in lots of different kinds of music, is contra-body movement. And that's where your body's shifting weight and transferring weight. Your thorax or your ribs might be going in the opposite direction. So like say we're going forward with our hip transfer, and look at my shoulders are coming to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 5. It's almost like my right shoulder is dropping as my right leg's going back, right? 1, 2, 3, 5. And if you get more saucy, say, if you want to get more sabroso, with your dance movements, you can start to integrate that. There's nothing that says you can't do anything. But if you notice a lot of sometimes the movement in the hips is actually being generated by this contra-body movement. And it's kind of an illusion. It's an optical illusion because the shoulders are going this way as my hips are going this way, or the opposite, right? So it kind of creates an illusion that your hips are really doing a lot of movement. And they do a little movement, but it's not because you're putting them there as much as you're just transferring weight. That weight transfer will create that. And then you can accentuate just a little bit, maybe put like a little figure 8 into your movement, and then you're just rocking. You're rocking to the side, you're rocking forward, you're rocking back. All those movements can just be, loosened up a little bit, keeping your core engaged, but moving your shoulders and freeing up your rib cage so you're not just like locked and kind of going like this. These are touch-ups that maybe happen as you start to feel more comfortable with your footwork. So let's go ahead and try it now with the arrangement around the güiro, the clave, the cowbell, the congas. Then we'll add some bass, guitar, and tres into that. And you'll hear how it all kind of fits together, and you can feel a little bit with a swing. We'll keep the tempo right there, kind of slow, son montuno. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, side break, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 5, and 1, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna come forward, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, here we go, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 5, 1. Now we can do back breaks, both together. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, chest up, nice framing. When you're dancing in a partner, you want to kind of keep your shoulders up, chest up, shoulders retracted. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, and 1, 5. Let's try a turn. 1, nice and slow. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, to the right, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, forward, 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 5. Now I'm gonna get the shoulders in 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Forward. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. On 5, that right foot's coming back for leads. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 5. Good job. Play with the rhythm a little bit. Chop it up. Bend the knees more. There's a lot of inventive things you can do that I've never even thought of. Turn. Side break. Lean into it. Relax the spine, but keep your core engaged. Forward. 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 3, 5. Back break. 1, 2, 3, 5. This is cumbia step. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 3, forward. 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1. There was a break, but I was listening to that. We don't. 1, 2, left, right, left, right, left, right. And if you just keep following that, the music, which can be really syncopated, won't throw you off because you're just memorizing in your body this. Break. It's really fun. Once you find the fun in it, that's where it's just begun. 1 and 5. Then you can transfer that fun to your partner and not worry so much about the count and just go for that ride we were talking about. Because ultimately, it's just about surf groove catching the wave of the music. Aloha.